Mercury is a planet of extremes. It's the smallest planet in our solar system, and it's also the closest to the Sun. This proximity to our star makes for a sky that is both beautiful and bizarre. Imagine a place where the sun rises twice in the same day, where stars shine brightly even in broad daylight, and where the solar wind whips across the surface with incredible force. This is Mercury, a world of celestial wonders. To understand the strange phenomena of Mercury's sky, we need to look at its unique dance through space. Mercury rotates very slowly on its axis, taking about 59 Earth days to complete one rotation. This slow spin is coupled with a very fast orbit around the Sun. Mercury zips around our star in just 88 Earth days, making it the fastest planet in our solar system. The combination of this slow rotation and fast orbit leads to some very strange effects in Mercury's sky. Perhaps the most bizarre phenomenon in Mercury's sky is the double sunrise. Imagine watching the sun rise in the east, slowly climb in the sky, and then, to your astonishment, reverse course and set back below the horizon. This is precisely what happens on Mercury. Due to the planet's unique combination of slow rotation and fast orbit, an observer on the surface of Mercury would see the sun rise, pause, set again near its point of rising, rise again, and then continue its journey across the sky. The strangeness doesn't end with the double sunrise. Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system, is a world of extremes. Its proximity to the Sun and lack of a substantial atmosphere create a unique environment that is both fascinating and hostile. Mercury's lack of a substantial atmosphere means there is nothing to scatter sunlight. This absence of atmospheric scattering is why the sky remains pitch black, even when the sun is shining directly overhead. Unlike Earth, where the atmosphere diffuses sunlight to create a blue sky, Mercury's sky is a stark, unchanging black. This results in a sky that is always black, even during the day. The contrast between the bright, scorching surface and the dark sky is striking. It's a reminder of how different Mercury is from our home planet. Stars are visible in the daytime sky, shining brightly against the blackness. This phenomenon is a result of the lack of atmospheric interference, allowing starlight to reach the surface unimpeded. Imagine standing on Mercury's surface, looking up and seeing a sky full of stars, even in broad daylight. At night, with the surface exposed to the coldness of space, temperatures plummet to hundreds of degrees below freezing. The lack of an atmosphere means there is no insulation to retain heat, causing the temperature to drop dramatically once the sun sets. This rapid cooling creates a harsh and frigid environment. During the day, the sun bakes the surface with temperatures hot enough to melt lead. The intense heat is a result of Mercury's close proximity to the Sun, receiving about 6 times the solar energy that Earth does. This relentless solar bombardment turns the surface into a blistering furnace. This extreme temperature swing is further complicated by the solar wind, a stream of charged particles constantly flowing from the Sun. The solar wind interacts with Mercury's magnetic field, creating a dynamic and ever-changing environment on the planet's surface. Without a protective atmosphere, the solar wind bombards Mercury's surface, stripping away atoms and creating a tenuous exosphere. This exosphere is a thin, wispy layer of particles that barely clings to the planet, constantly replenished by the solar wind and other processes. It's a delicate balance that highlights the fragile nature of Mercury's environment. Section 5. A Mercury sunrise, up close. Imagine standing on the surface of Mercury as the sun begins to rise. The airless environment means there's no atmosphere to scatter light, so the sky remains pitch black, even as the first rays of sunlight start to peek over the horizon. The sky is black, dotted with stars. Unlike Earth, where the sky turns a gradient of colors during sunrise, Mercury's sky remains a stark, inky black, providing a stunning contrast to the brightening horizon. The ground beneath your feet is a desolate landscape of craters and dust, sculpted by billions of years of impacts. Each crater tells a story of a collision with a comet or asteroid, a testament to the violent history of our solar system. The silence is profound, broken only by the faint whisper of the solar wind. This solar wind, a stream of charged particles from the sun, gently brushes the surface, creating a barely perceptible hum. Then, on the horizon, a sliver of light appears. This is the first sign of the sun, a brilliant beacon in the darkness, heralding the start of a new day on Mercury. It grows steadily brighter, casting long shadows across the cratered landscape. These shadows stretch and shift, creating a dynamic interplay of light and dark that transforms the barren surface into a scene of stark beauty. The sun, appearing much larger than it does from Earth, slowly climbs in the sky. This is due to Mercury's proximity to the sun, making the solar disk appear almost 3 times larger than what we see from our home planet. But then, something extraordinary happens. Unlike on Earth, where the sun follows a predictable path across the sky, Mercury's sunrise has a unique twist. The sun stops in its tracks. This pause is due to Mercury's peculiar orbital dynamics and its slow rotation, creating a moment of stillness that is both eerie and awe-inspiring. It hovers for a moment and then incredibly, it begins to move backward, sinking back towards the horizon. This retrograde motion is a result of Mercury's elliptical orbit and its resonance with the sun, a phenomenon that makes Mercury's sunrise one of the most unique and mesmerizing events in our solar system. Section 6. The Dance of Light and Shadow. The light fades and the stars, momentarily obscured by the sun's glare, reappear in their full glory. But this isn't the end of the show. After a brief respite, the sun rises again, this time continuing its journey across the sky. This double sunrise and sunset is a daily occurrence on Mercury, a testament to the strange celestial dance between this tiny planet and our star. It's a reminder that our experience of the universe is shaped by our perspective, by the unique characteristics of our planet and its place in the cosmos. Section 7. The Whispers of the Solar Wind. As you stand on Mercury, bathed in the strange light of the double sunrise, you might feel a faint tingling sensation. This is not just the thrill of being on another planet, but a physical manifestation of the solar wind. The double sunrise is a unique phenomenon caused by Mercury's slow rotation and its elliptical orbit around the sun. The sun appears to rise, set, and rise again in some locations on Mercury's surface, creating a surreal and otherworldly experience for any observer. This is the solar wind, a stream of charged particles constantly flowing from the sun. These particles, primarily electrons and protons, travel through space at speeds of up to 900 kilometers per second. The solar wind is a key factor in space weather and has profound effects on all the planets in our solar system. It carries with it the magnetic field of the sun, which can interact with the magnetic fields of planets, creating stunning auroras and sometimes even disrupting satellite communications. On Earth, we are protected from the full brunt of the solar wind by our planet's magnetic field. This magnetic shield deflects most of the charged particles, preventing them from reaching the surface. The interaction between the solar wind and Earth's magnetic field creates the beautiful auroras that light up the polar skies. However, during periods of intense solar activity, the solar wind can cause geomagnetic storms that can disrupt power grids and communication systems. But Mercury has no such shield. Unlike Earth, Mercury has only a very weak magnetic field, which offers little protection against the solar wind. As a result, the planet is constantly bombarded by these high-energy particles. The solar wind slams into the planet's surface with full force, stripping away atoms and molecules and creating a tenuous exosphere. This exosphere is composed of atoms that have been knocked off the surface by the solar wind, including oxygen, sodium, hydrogen, helium, and potassium. The process of sputtering, where particles are ejected from the surface, continually replenishes this thin atmosphere. This constant bombardment has shaped Mercury's surface, sculpting its landscape and leaving behind a record of the sun's relentless activity. The craters and other surface features we see today are a testament to the powerful forces at work. Over billions of years, the solar wind has eroded and altered the planet's surface, creating a unique and rugged terrain. Studying these features helps scientists understand not only the history of Mercury, but also the dynamic processes that continue to shape our solar system. Section 8. A Universe of Wonders. Mercury's bizarre sky is just one example of the incredible diversity of our universe. Every planet, every moon, every star system has its own unique story to tell, its own secrets waiting to be uncovered. As we continue to explore our cosmic neighborhood, we are constantly surprised and amazed by the wonders we find. From the double sunrises of Mercury to the towering volcanoes of Io, the rings of Saturn to the methane lakes of Titan, the universe is full of beauty and wonder if only we know where to look. Section 9. A Dream of Mercury. Imagine one day standing on the surface of Mercury, witnessing this celestial ballet with your own eyes. The searing heat, the profound silence, the strange double sunrise. It would be an experience unlike anything else in our solar system. It's a dream that may one day become a reality as we continue to push the boundaries of space exploration and venture further out into the cosmos, seeking new knowledge, new perspectives and new wonders to inspire us.